chapter 3, verses 1 through 7. The nation depended on people and supplies for their security and survival instead of the Lord. So the Lord is going to remove those leaders and supplies. Those they considered wise and competent will be replaced with inexperienced and incompetent leaders. Again, if humans attempt to exalt themselves, the result will be humiliation. They'll be humbled. In verses 8 through 9, the reason: they defied God. They were open about their sin, like Sodom. Sodom and Gomorrah represented evil. He's comparing their sin to that of Sodom, totally corrupt. In verses 10 through 12, but the righteous have no reason to fear, for they will be rewarded, and the wicked will face payback for their wrongdoings. So I do want to make note, in Romans chapter 3, verse 10, Paul tells us that there is no one righteous. Everybody is under sin. It's a birth defect we received from Adam's sin in the garden. However, Jesus said we can be born again, not physically, but spiritually. This spiritual bloodline pays for sin and also gives us a whole new identity before God, one without sin. It's a free gift made available to all, and it's through one person, Jesus Christ. Christ died for our sin and gave us his righteousness. So what we're reading, obviously, was before Christ. So you may ask, how were people saved? Salvation in the Old Testament meant love for Yahweh alone. The Mosaic law was how they demonstrated that love. The core of the law was faithfulness to Yahweh alone. But doing the works of the law without having the heart aligned wasn't good enough. We just read about that in chapter 1. That was their problem. They were doing the religious stuff, but they needed to be cleansed inwardly. So it wasn't about doing the rituals. It was about believing loyalty to Yahweh alone. And that's the same in the New Testament. We have to believe that Yahweh, the God of Israel, came to earth incarnated as man, voluntarily died on the cross as a sacrifice for our sin, and rose again on the third day. Salvation means believing loyalty to Christ, who was and is the visible Yahweh. There is no salvation in any other name. So I'm going to continue in Isaiah 3, verses 13 through 15. Their sin, like our sin, caused them to be selfish and self-centered. Leaders saw their positions as a way of making money at the expense of others. They weren't using their leadership as service opportunities. In verses 16 through 26, Isaiah urges repentance, highlighting the collective pride of Jerusalem. He's saying it's not just the leaders and the men, it's the women also. They were equally consumed by shallowness and wealth. No one was exempt from God's judgment. So no one is righteous. No, not one. We must be born again. Chapter 4.